Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 9 business finance. As we learned in class 11 business finance why it is important. Let's revise. Business finance means the money or the finance which is required to carrying out the business activities. Finance is required to purchase fixed assets. Finance is required to purchase current assets. Finance is required to meet liabilities on time. Finance is required to carry out day-to-day activities of the business. So, in the absence of finance, no business activities takes place. So, we can conclude finance is the lifeblood of the business. So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about meanings of different concepts related to financial management and business finance, objective of financial management, role of financial management, functions of finance or financing decisions. These are three: financing decision, dividend decision, and investment decision. In this chapter, further we are going to discuss about financial planning, objective of financial planning, capital structure, fixed capital, and working capital. Let's start the topics. Business finance refers to the finance or money which is required to carry out all the activities of the business is known as business finance. Finance is called lifeblood of the business because finance is required to purchase fixed assets, current assets, required to meet the liabilities on time, and required to carry out day-to-day activities of the business. Now we are discussing about financial management. Financial management, before we go in this topic, let's understand what financial manager performs. Under financial management, the financial manager determines how much fund requires, how these are available, how these funds are going to invest it in the business, and how the profit is going to distribute among the shareholders. Means under financial management, the financial manager determines the required funds and sources of funds, optimum utilization of funds, and distribution of efficient profit to the shareholders. This is the main function performed by the financial manager. So under financial management, what we need to understand, it means efficient acquisition of funds. Means the financial management helps the manager to determine how much funds are required and how these are available. Means here the financial manager with the help of financial management, he determines he estimates how much fund requires and how these are available. Means from which sources these are available. Along with this, the financial management helps the financial manager where to invest. It means how much funds should be invested into the fixed assets, how much funds should be invested into the current assets. And when these funds are invested in the business generates profit, and how these profits the company is going to distribute, how the financial manager is going to distribute, how he is deciding the ways, how he is distributing the profit to the shareholders. This function is also performed by financial manager. So here we say financial management refers to efficient acquisition of finance, efficient utilization of finance, and efficient distribution of profit among the shareholders. means financial management is concerned with raising financial resources and their effective utilization towards achievement of organizational goal. In this chapter, further we are discussing the objective of financial management. What is the objective of financial management? What financial management does? What is the main target of financial management in performing the functions? The financial management is having different kind of functions. It helps to meet the liabilities on time, right? It helps to maintain the liquidity, right? It helps to utilization of funds, right? It helps to manage the funds for the creditors. So here what we need to understand, the financial management is having different objectives. But if we summarize all these objectives, we can conclude the main and the foremost objective of financial management is to wealth maximization or the profit maximizations of the shareholders. It means the equity shareholders gets their dividends only after meeting all the commitments on time. When the financial commitments are met on time, when the equity shareholders are getting maximum profit, that means all the commitments, all the liabilities are met on time. Because equity shareholders get their dividends, get their profits only after making payments to all the outsiders. So here financial management helps to increase the wealth of shareholders when they are paid maximum benefits. The prices of shares of those companies who are paying regular dividends, the prices of shares of such companies are high into the stock market or capital market. So we can conclude the main and foremost objective of financial management is to maximize wealth of equity shareholders. This objective of maximizing the wealth of equity shareholders automatically fulfills many other objectives, such as maintenance of liquidity, proper utilization of funds, meeting of financial commitments with the creditors. Now we are learning what is the role, what is the importance of financial management, means what it performs the functions. What is the importance, why the financial management is important? In this little bit we can understand. The financial management helps the manager to determine how much funds should be invested into the fixed assets. Class 11 you have learned about the fixed assets. Means all those assets which remains in the business for a longer period of time, which can be used for a long period of time, and fixed asset decisions involves higher capital investments. So means the financial management helps the manager to decide how much funds should be invested into the fixed assets. Similarly, it helps the financial manager to determine how much funds should be invested into the current assets, such as in stock, maintaining stock, debtors, bills receivables. Look at this. So all these, the financial management is helping the financial manager that how much funds should be invested into the current assets so the organization goal can be achieved. Similarly, the financial management helps the manager to decide how much funds should be raised for long term and how much funds should be raised for the short terms. Long-term sources has its own advantage as well as it has a disadvantage. Similarly, the short-term sources also have its own advantage and the disadvantage. Here, appropriate time, the appropriate sources of funds required so that the organization goal can be achieved. So here, the financial management helps the financial manager to decide how much funds should be raised for long-term growth and how much funds should be raised for short-term growth. Similarly, the financial management helps the managers to decide the proportion between debt and equity in capital structure. Later on, this topic you are going to discuss about the capital structure. Capital structure means what you need to understand. The capital structure is the ratio between debt and equity. In capital structure, how much portion of debt is available, how much portion of equity is available, that portion we are talking capital structure. Means here what we need to understand, the financial management helping financial manager to decide how much funds should be there from the debt and how much funds should be there in equity, in capital structure. So the equity shareholders can have higher returns. So here the financial management helps the financial manager to decide the debt equity ratio in capital structure. Similarly, the activities, whatever the activities are performed under the financial management, whatever things are taken, whatever decisions are taken under the financial management, these affects or these are directly affected or these are recorded. Both the ways you can understand. If the financial manager decide to invest large amount of funds into the fixed assets and sort less amount of funds into the current assets, the output will be different compared to the organization who is investing large amount of money into the short terms or current assets and less amount of money into the fixed assets. The output will be the different or profit will be the different. So it means whatever the activities, whatever the decisions are taken under the financial management, it directly affects the profit and loss account. Now we are discussing the functions of financial management or financial decision. In this you need to understand what are the decisions, what are the functions the financial manager performs. Before we start this topic, we see what we learn. We learn the objective of financial management, that is wealth maximization of the shareholders. Similarly, the role of financial management. Now we are talking here functions of finance. What activities are performed under financial management? Under financial management, the financial managers decides or takes major 3 decisions. So due to this decision, you can say it's a financial decision, right? Otherwise, you can understand these are the functions of financial management, right? These are financing decision, investment decisions, dividend decisions. Let's discuss the first one, that is financing decision. Under financing decision, the financial manager decides, he estimates how much funds required. Means under financial decision, the financial manager performs 2 functions: how much required, how these are available. Means the financial management helps the financial manager to decide how much funds required and how these are available. Means requirement of funds as well as sources of funds is the responsibility of the financial managers under financing decision. Under financing decision, the financial manager decides which sources of fund is suitable to raise the capital, whether it is suitable from the owners fund, whether it is suitable from the borrowed fund. As in the class 11 we learned, there are 2 sources of funds: owners funds and borrowed fund. Owners funds includes equity shares, preference shares, retained earning, whereas the borrowed fund involves debentures, loans, public deposit, trade credit. In class 11 you learn. So under financing decision, the financial manager decides how much funds required and how these are available. And when the financial manager decides how these are available, the financial manager has mainly two sources. And while deciding which sources of fund is suitable, the financial manager need to give concentration or need to give sharp eyes on some factors. These are, the first one is cash flow position. Cash flow position is the most important factors while deciding owners fund and borrowed fund. The cash flow position of the company is smooth, regular. Company can easily meet the interest commitments on time. Whereas in case of shortage of cash flow, company may not able to meet the financial commitment or the interest cost on time. So we can conclude, if the cash flow position of the company is smooth, high, steady, company may prefers borrowed fund. Whereas if the company's cash flow position is low, in such a case, company may prefer owners fund. Similarly, risk. Owners fund is a risk-free capital, whereas the borrowed fund is a risky capital. Owners fund is a risky capital as the shareholders, they do not have a right to get profit in case of if the company is in loss. Whereas in the borrowed fund, the creditors are fixed rate of interest irrespective of company's earning, no matters whether the company is profit or loss. So here what we need to give concentration, if the investment proposal, if investment proposal involves high risk, means wherever the money we are investing, if that investment proposal involves high risk, company may prefer owners fund. Whereas if investment proposal involves less risk, in such a case, company may prefer borrowed fund. Here we need to understand, if the investment proposal is risky, in such a case, if we invest the capital with the help of borrowed fund, in this the risk will be multiplied. Investment proposal is risky as well as the borrowed fund is also risky. Similarly, control consideration. Equity shareholders have a complete control over the business. They have a complete hold over the business. If equity shareholders do not want to share the control, if they don't want to share the control, company may prefer borrowed fund, because the creditors do not have a voting right, so they cannot influence the control of existing equity shareholders. Whereas if equity shareholders do not mind to share their control, if the existing shareholders, if they don't mind, means they want to share the control, okay, no matters, we are ready to share the control, we are ready to share decision making powers. In such a case, company prefers owners fund. Similarly, the cost. Each sources of funds involves different kind of cost. Each source, owners funds also involves cost, as well as the borrowed fund also involves the cost. Owners funds involves flotation cost, whereas the borrowed funds involves interest cost. Now here this is the responsibility of the financial manager need to decide all those sources of funds which involves less cost. Similarly, the flotation cost. Flotation cost refers to the cost which incurs in issuing shares and debentures. If the company is paying high flotation cost, means if flotation cost or involvement of shares cost involves high, in such a case, company prefers borrowed fund, because borrowed fund does not involve flotation cost. Whereas if flotation cost is low as compared to the interest which is received by the creditors, in such a case, company may prefers owners fund. Similarly, fixed operating cost. Operating cost involves salary, rent, electricity. These are the fixed operating costs. These are required to meet on time. So here, if company is having high fixed operating costs, means if there is more expenses regarding assets, if there is high fixed operating cost, company may not able to pay the interest on time, so prefers owners funds. Whereas if fixed operating cost is low, in such a case, company may prefers borrowed fund, and due to less fixed operating cost, company may able to meet the liabilities on time. Similarly, we are going to discuss about dividend decision. In dividend decisions, we are going to discuss how the financial manager decides how to appropriate these funds. How the financial manager decide the funds or the profit of the company among the shareholders. This topic we will discuss in next video. Till this, you need to give concentration that what is business finance, financial management, objective of financial management, role of financial management, functions of finance or financial decision. These are three: financing decision, dividend decision, and investment decision. So in these topics, till this we have learned up to financing decision, dividend decision, and investment decision. We will discuss in next video. Have a great day.